What is going on, everyone? My name is Vincent and I'm back with another video. In my previous video, I actually got this thing running, and if you haven't seen that yet, please go check it out right here. And then after I got it running around a bit, it started throwing up some codes, so I'll show you guys how to check them right now. Now this is gonna be a really quick video because it's relatively simple and all you need is a paperclip. It's honestly not that hard. You just go to the driver's side of the engine bay and there's a little box here that says Diagnose. It's upside down, but that does say Diagnose. And then you just flip the box open, and inside you'll see a ton of pins and a chart telling you which pins are what. The ones we want to remember right now are G and D and 10. So G and D is in the second row of the first column, and that is this one right here. And 10 is in the first row of the fifth column, so that is right here. So looking at it again, G and D will be this one right here, and 10 will be this one right here. And I'll throw a picture of it right here just so you guys can get a better idea of where the pins are actually located. All you have to do is just take a paperclip and bend it into a U shape like this. And with the car still off, take the paperclip and put it into the pins of G and D and 10. And make sure you don't get the wrong pins. Like that. So you want to keep the paperclip in there and then get into the car. And once you're in the car, put your key in the ignition and turn it into the on position, which is the second click. Then once you do that, your dash should light up like this. And if you have a problem or a code, then your check engine light should be flashing like this. So your light is going to have two series of flashes. The first one is going to be the tens digit, such as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then the second series is going to be the ones digit, such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'll be like this. 1, which is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is number 6. And that is code 16. The way you tell the difference between the tens and the ones digit is that it'll have around the 1.5 second gap between the flashes like this. 1, and then the 1.5 second gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'll help you differentiate between the tens and the ones digits. And to differentiate between different codes or looping code, then it'll be a 4-second gap instead. And by that I mean if you only have one code, then it's gonna have a 4-second gap before it plays the same code again. And if you have more than one code, it's gonna have a 4-second gap before it plays a different code. So besides the check engine light, I also have an airbag light, and you read that the same way that you can read the check engine light. So mine will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 50. 1, 2, that's 2. So that's code 52 for my airbag. Alright, and then once you've got those codes, write them down and memorize them, and then go to Miata.net or some other forum, and then just check out what those codes are. So here's a screenshot of the one from Miata.net. I'll put a link in the description below for you guys. So the codes I have is a code 16, and that is the EGR function sensor. And I'll put a screenshot of the airbag diagnostic codes just for you guys to look at too. I have a code 52 for my airbag, so that is a bad or failing backup battery. So after you figured out what your code is, then you could go ahead and search up some diagnostic routines and just ask around, see what people do to fix the codes that you have. So my car had a code 16, which is related with the EGR function sensor, but I went ahead and checked the EGR valve itself, and it wasn't stuck or clogged, so I knew that was fine. Then I went to the solenoids down here and tested them, and I ended up taking them out and then spraying them through the valves with some carb cleaner. And now I threw them back in the car. I'm gonna go ahead and clear the codes. You can go ahead and take the paperclip out and then close the lid. And to clear the codes, all you have to do is just disconnect the battery, then pump the brake 5 to 10 times. Then connect the battery again, close the trunk, and take this thing for a drive. Then you could go ahead and just check for codes once in a while, because those codes that you saw before could have been old codes. So I took this thing for a short drive and the codes didn't come back. So I'm hoping I actually cleared those codes just by cleaning the little solenoids. I've still got my airbag codes, but I'm not going to worry about that for now because I've got a little something over there that I'm going to get installed next week. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you guys want to see what I'm getting into my car next week, then go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.